Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ivana, and today we are talking about these soul suckers. These soul suckers. So basically, I want to help you guys protect your peace. If you're anything like me and you have like a bubbly personality and you love to get to know people, but you come away and something's just not right. You come away from situations and something is just not right. You're bubbly, but you got intuition. You're out there, but you're guarded. Then this video is for you. We are going to talk about energy vampires, the different types, and how to find them. And if something is ringing a bell, if names are coming to your mind, we're also going to talk about what to do to A, avoid them altogether, B, cut them out of your life, or C, create boundaries so that you can live your best life. If you don't know what an energy vampire is, basically it is somebody that is going to take your emotional and mental energy. You come away feeling drained when you hang out with them. Something's just not right. I know I'm in a good friendship or relationship when I leave a situation, no matter what happened that day, no matter what we did, and I just feel light. I feel happy for them, for me, for our friendship, and I'm not overthinking about anything that I said. I'm not overthinking about anything they said to me either. You know what I mean? I have such a clear head after hanging out with them. You will not feel that way with an energy vampire. You will feel the exact opposite. So let's start. We're gonna be getting ready. I'll just put everything up on the side as well as link it in the description box. So if you're curious about what I'm using, it'll all be down there. I'm not gonna talk too much about the products. We're gonna beat the energy vampires and we're gonna beat face. I kind of feel like I was about to say beat ass. We're gonna beat ass. Low-key. The first energy vampire you really need to look out for are the validation seekers. These are people that are going to poison your well. You need to validate yourself. And if you're on that type of journey where you're like, I know that I need to validate myself, I don't want recognition from other people making up my self-esteem. If you are the kind of person where it's like, you know that you are the shit and you don't need anyone else to tell you except for God himself, then cool. You are probably already a little wary of these people. If you're on that journey and you're just trying to get there, these people are not gonna help you get there, baby. How can this show up? Because there's many different ways that they can show up. But the most important thing is they are not interested in a real connection with you. They don't care about genuine connection. They never have and they never will. They're worried about personal gain. They are using you to either validate themselves or to validate something within them. There's some people who just want you around because they're lonely. And they think that having a large group of friends makes them cool or better or anything that just makes them feel like they have a proper self-esteem. It's not coming from within. But basically they will prioritize impressing certain groups of people. And this is like, what do you mean? I gotcha. So yeah, girl, that's a little dick dizzy, the dick-matized, the dick dizzy girls. They're just like, men are just the shit and they're the end all be alls. They're kind of pick-me-shas, but there's something else to it. Basically, any woman that hasn't decentered men in their life, like, and I used to say this all the time, I was like, if you can't run niggas, which is such a crass way of saying it, but it really is the only way I could think of saying it at the time. It's like, if you're not running niggas, I won't be friends with you. And to some people, like, oh, that's so harsh. No, it's not. It's so real, guys. It's so real. Being around women that center men in their life, A, they will never be a friend with you. They'll never be a real girlfriend for you because they are so focused on male attention, and it's like, it's the lowest common denominator of life. It's the lowest form of energy. No one cares about what a man likes. I don't care if you like me, bro. That's so embarrassing. But they need this external approval. This is what I can't stand is like, you can be in a relationship and fully be scared to talk to your man. There's some things that there's nuance to it, obviously, but there's certain things where I'm like, you need to just speak to him, like just talk to him. If you're afraid, you can always sense the fear of a woman who's afraid to talk to her own man, and it's kind of bizarre and it's really, really concerning because isn't this supposed to be the love of your life? Like, what are you doing? I'm very confused why you can't speak to him about this. There's some things that they're obviously like, I want to talk about it delicately. How should I bring this up? That is not an energy vampire. That is someone just seeking advice. They just want a second opinion. That's cool. It didn't even occur to you that you need to speak to this man about it? I'm so sorry, no. Or just in general being like, no, a man said this about me, and now it's like we're changing our identities. No. We don't care what men think about what we wear, what we do, or kikiing with him. Like this one time, this guy came up to me and he said something disparaging about my friend, and I just thought, and he thought it was gonna, like we were gonna laugh together, and I was like, don't you do that. Don't you talk about her? He was talking about her body, which was insane to me. I was like, she's a goddess. It's insane. But I know a lot of girls that would have just laughed along. I don't care if you're laughing uncomfortably. Just, we don't do that. We stand up for our friends. We don't care what men think. We don't let men disrespect our friends in front of them just because they're niggas. That's crazy. Men, sorry, I'm gonna try not to say the N-word as many times as I want to. But I just think that women that seek validation from men are just, they're not even on the same plane as the rest of us. And I know there's a lot of us on this plane. That's why it's the first thing smoking, because it's a very easy thing to get out of your life. You can always tell when someone just is obsessed with men. That's all they want to talk about. That's all they care about. The center of their lives is not themselves. And I only like to hang out with people who's like center, like you need to be the star of your life. There are also men that are just so obsessed with the opposite sex. They're extremely sex driven people. They overspend money on women. They don't know when to quit. They're just obsessed with us. And it's like, I get it, we're worth it. But at the same time, it is off-putting to be around men that are just so obsessed with like women and battle of the sexes type topics, and just like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. It's just weird, and it's childish. It comes off really, really childish. I like when human beings can get to a human being level and we are just humans and we are not reduced to our sexes. That is where you will get me. That is where we can become friends. And they're so obsessed with women and what we are doing as well, wanting to control us, control our bodies, control how we think, what we do. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me every single time. Because like, I'm just so bothered. Like, and it's just so bothered by women living their life. It's not for us, baby dolls. It's really not. My camera's about to die. One sec. Aside from the opposite sex, another validation seeker. Oh my God. And this one will get me. This one will get me hot. People who are obsessed with other people who have money. People who are, no. And I'm not talking like, oh, pocket watchers. I'm like, they have a special set of rules for people that have status. I find that, oh my God. And I'll tell you all a story. So I used to work for someone who was exactly like this. They gave so many excuses because we were in a high-end industry. They gave so many excuses to one of our clients who, like, I mean, just poor behavior. And the thing is, like, there was never one point in there where I was drinking the Kool-Aid and was like, oh, because you're rich, you get to treat us like shit. No, there was not one time where I like, no, this is just how rich people act. I grew up in a very affluent neighborhood. I was blessed enough to live and go to church with a ton of black doctors and millionaires. I was very blessed at an early age to experience people of wealth, and it does not faze me. And I think that is something that is so important. Even if you grew up, I didn't grow up like as much as them, obviously, but it was just like, being around it, you're just like, oh, whatever. It really is. It was just like, oh, whatever. It doesn't make you, you're not better than me. I'm not better than you. It is what it is. And also just being around tons of successful, super successful people that weren't assholes. I was just like, no. Anyways, she let this client literally just like yell at us. Nonsense. I've never been so uncomfortable. There's a way of saying like, I don't like something without being a dick about it. There's like more layers to it because like they had a relationship, and that was where I was just like, I honestly quit that job because of it. I was just like, you know what I'm not gonna do is be gaslit and told that, you know, this is normal. This is how rich people act. I'm like, I'm not from the mud. And even if I were, I would still have the self-respect to realize nobody, no matter how much money you have, is gonna talk to me like that. Like, I don't care. I'm not a dog. I'm not like, it doesn't matter where you're from. No one's about to talk to me like that. And it was just insane, like, excuses, because like, I brought it up. I was like, so we're just gonna like, we're just letting people, okay. I wasn't having it. I wasn't about it. I thought it was really, really gross. I was grateful for my background because I knew off the bat, I was like, you're making the craziest excuses because you're acting like I've never been around anybody, and I let people think that, you know. Is those types of people will always excuse bad behavior, and it doesn't matter. They'll never defend you against somebody who has more money than you. They'll never defend you against someone who they believe has more status than you. They will always compromise themselves for perception. The perception of I'm just a little bit closer to it. I'm just a little bit closer to the money, the bag. It's really embarrassing, and compromising your morals and your self-respect because somebody got money is insane to me. It's insane to me. And people do it all the time. Like, honestly, people do this all the time, but there's truly levels to it, and there's some that's like, I can't take it. I'm not acquiescing to you because you have money. It's just not like that. It's always going to be an even playing field. I don't care who you are. I really don't. And those are the people that you need to surround yourself with. You need to surround yourself with people who do not care, that cannot be bought, that have integrity, because they will always be right down for you. They will be down for you. They don't get messed around with the okie doke, the BS. Oh, they're rich, so they get to, no. That's embarrassing. Like, you're too old. Like, we treat each other like human beings. You have to look and think, why is this person attracted to me? Why are we even connected? What do you even like about me? Because then it's like, okay, you give people these passes and you want to be surrounded by people with status and money. What am I bringing to the table that you want so bad? Because you're going to use me one day. So those are the validation seekers, people who have never once validated themselves. They're always looking for someone else to do it. They're obsessed with money, they're obsessed with status, and they're always going to compromise their morals for that type of gain. Next energy vampire is the negativity spreader, people with toxic outlooks. So basically these are people that are like naysayers. They do not have a good self-concept. They usually have a poor self-concept. If you don't know what self-concept is basically what you think of yourself. You think of yourself as a winner, you're a winner. You think of yourself as a loser, you're a loser. And that is, they have a poor self-concept. And that spills over to you because they are constantly going to anything you bring up, they will shoot it down. Everything is gonna be too hard. Everything's gonna take too long. Everything is so unbelievable. Like, they're just not the kind of people that are going to boost you up and encourage you. I always like to say, and I learned this probably a little bit after college, there's no room for discouragement. It really isn't. And when you think about it, obviously if someone is like truly fucking up their life, say something, but there's a way to say it. But I really don't think there's room for discouragement. If someone gives me a business idea, wait, what can we do? How can we do this? How can we pull this off? I just don't believe in there being room for discouragement, because it's like, no. I've seen people turn gasoline into wine. Or, well, gasoline is expensive. Mud into wine. Too many mud references. Aquafina into wine. But honestly, you can do anything. The energy that you need to have around you if you want to do something with your life. And especially something incredible. And it's so uncomfortable to be around people that are just naysayers. They just don't, and it doesn't come from a lack of belief that things can happen. It's a lack of belief in themselves, and they have to transmute it to you. It's just in them to transmute that negativity towards you, because they think that's what's gonna change it for them. And it's not. It's to just shit on people for no fucking reason, to cast doubt. And it's really like, check your fucking tone. Because sometimes people really want to talk, and you're talking to somebody about something that you want to do, and they just have, their face falls and they tone change, and they're saying all the right things, but their energy is giving off, I don't want this for you. That is a dead giveaway. Another type of negativity spreader is someone who's stuck in the past. Baby, you need to be surrounded by people that are with you on this. Are with you in the present on this. And sometimes, because I'm an Aquarius, we're very future minded, it not only drags to be around people that are stuck in the past, but it is so glaringly obvious and uncomfortable to be around people that are stuck in the past. Because like, I am in 2027. I need you to at least be in 2025 with me. It's, especially if you're a visionary, or you're just someone who is super present. I've worked on being present. I've worked on my past. I've worked on forgiving myself. If that is you, these people are going to suck it all out of you. And I'm not talking about your friend that wants to just like reminisce on times that were so good and this and that, because there is a lot of value in who you were. Living in my old town, basically, not really my old town exactly, but like the metroplex that I grew up in, has brought me back to things that I used to love as a kid. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I used to love like magazines, and I used to want to be a magazine editor, and I was like, oh, let me restart my newsletter. And like, it has brought me back to so many things of like my inner child. Those are not things I'm talking about. I'm talking about reliving bad experiences. I'm talking about people that are ruminating, people that want to bring up who you used to be, knowing good and well you're not there anymore. That is the kind of stuff that it's like, you gotta get rid of it. It's over, it's done with, it's been done. What are we talking about anymore? Like, I do notice that people that are stuck in a loop are also people that are like victims. They feel like life is victim of their own life, and that is like, victim vampires are some of the worst. They are always going to blame someone else except for them. They cannot take accountability. They cannot look at a situation and be like, oh no, like I messed up there, I could have done better. It's never that with them. I think that the victimhood mindset is not only hard to deal with in friendships and relationships, but it's hard for it not to be contagious. What they do themselves, they will do to you. And they will always see you as a victim. And sometimes like my good friends like, you're wrong for that. You know how easy that is to say to some? I know it seems like it isn't, but it actually is quite easy to just be like, you're wrong for that. You do it in such a jokey way, but also like get a message across to like, you were off it, like that was nuts. That's being a good friend. Finding a way to deliver sensitive things and like let a friend grow because you are invested in their growth is important. This contour is dark. This is my first time using it. It is dark. I like that. See how it's lit. But the worst part about victims is they will never feel like a victim on their own. They want sympathy. And who's gonna give them that? You. Who's supposed to give them all the validation. It really does go hand in hand being validated and victims, but yeah. Always someone's done something to them, they're always the victim. It's never just, you know what, I fucked up. You know how much respect you get? Like, this is something I tell people all the time. Like, the amount of respect that you garner when you can just say, you know what guys, I fucked up. You know how people look at you when you do that? Do you know the power of being like, yo, real quick, my bad. That wasn't right. I messed up. Those are the people that gain respect. It's so simple and it's so easy. And the thing is, like, I don't know why people are so scared of it, because the freedom it allows you is unreal. B, the respect you gain from that, it goes such a long way with people. It's so big. You can't always be the my bad guys person, but when you have messed up and you've done wrong and you can just move past it with humility, it's one of the most attractive things in the world. It really is. It's one of the most attractive things in the world. As a leader, as a friend, in a relationship, it exudes confidence. This contour is just a little too cool tone for me, but if you have really just right now, because I'm in my winter shade, but in a few months, this is gonna look really, really good. But right now it's just a touch too dark, but good one if you have darker skin tone than me. Someone who only has transactional relationships is 100% an energy vampire. I don't believe in keeping score. This is not keeping score, because we shouldn't keep score with our friends. That's not cool. But you know those friends that do not mind calling you up, asking you for something, and if you know, and maybe you have done the same, of like, oh, yo, this need, like, do you mind? Like, please do this one thing for me. And they never reciprocate. Like, ever. It doesn't have to be as extreme as like, this never reciprocate. It could be as simple as like, never reciprocate to the degree that you do. They'll never like execute the full favor. Like, they never just fully take care of you the same way you've taken care of them. And also, they've never thought like, oh, this person, they don't really ask me for much, so let me just do it. Especially, I'm talking to the strong friends. I'm talking to my Morgans. I'm talking to my strong friends of like, you ever ask me for something, I'm there because you don't ask me for shit. You don't ask me for anything. So of course, I'm gonna come through for you, and I wanna come through for you even tenfold because you don't ask me for shit. This blush is fire. This is also from Mango, people. The same thing as that contour. This is fire. Put on more. I don't need more, but I'm putting on more. But yeah. Basically, having these imbalances in your relationships can make you feel uncomfortable and also contribute to them sucking the energy out of you, because you feel balanced. I don't like feeling like you feel like you owe me something, or I feel like I owe you something. I want to feel like everything's very mutual, everything's all love, and we're cool. But if I can't count on you, I am looking at you crazy. I am like, well, damn, you couldn't have just you couldn't have simply thought of me. That does make me feel like shit. That does make me feel like we're not friends. That does make me feel like I'm holding you in a place in my life that you would never hold me. And blush color is fire though. Like, it's going on so smooth. I didn't need the second layer though. The other users are people that are too focused on other people. They want to use you just to gossip with. They want to use you just to talk about people. They sometimes where it's like, and I love reality TV, and I actually do love gossip. I like niche gossip. Only me and my one friend watch like Let's Fan Out, like is a niche gossip. That's delectable. But you just want to talk. You want to talk about just everybody we have ever seen in life ever. Like, oh my god, I don't care what she's doing. Oh my god, I don't care what he's doing. There's some good gossip out there. There's some people that be stealing. There's some people that be fraudulent. There's some that I'm like, this is like, I'm so bored. And I don't know if you can feel the light draining from my eyes, but I can. Because I'm over it. Like, everybody at the table has something going on in their life. You're not talking about people that aren't at the table. You're really not. Also, depending on if they gossip about their friends, they're probably going to talk about you too. There's also people who love tension. This one's nuanced, guys. Because sometimes it can't be helped, but sometimes it is their energy. And you have to recognize when it's been like the 18th time that there's just a problem all the time. Every time we go out, there's a problem with you. There's always a fucking problem with you. No, it's subtle, but it's draining. There's always some sort of conflict. There's always something happening with you. There's always chaos. We all can't just get along. Your energy is just erratic. I can't stand like, bro. There's this time, this girl, I swear to God. So we're out. We're all trying to enjoy ourselves. My friend has friends out of town. Like, we're trying to enjoy ourselves. And we bring this one girl on because I'm like, you're a friend, like whatever. Like, we've hung out time and time again, and it's always something with you. She likes to go from place to place, and it is just like where I lived at the time. It's just not really the place to do all that movement around and stuff like that. And that's also just not personally like my vibe or the vibe that everyone else is on. Like, when I'm at a spot and I'm enjoying myself and I'm enjoying the music, I'm sat. I'm the check. You know the eye check. I'll be like, all right, you're vibing. You like the music. We're cool. You're good. You're good. You're good. Everybody good. All of a sudden we're leaving. I don't know why we're leaving. Tennis shoes. So I'm like, I'll be in the back, whatever. We're moving. And for some reason, this girl doesn't end up in the back with me. All I feel is myself being dragged down by my fucking hair. And she just is pulling me down. And she'd already fallen once this night. And she fell again this time, pulled my hair. And I was just like, bro, this is the kind of shit. It's like so subtle. But let me tell you something. I know for a fact, especially in Houston, you ain't just gonna grab the bitch's hair as your lifeline. You knew it was me, and that's why you thought you could do that shit. Because if it was a stranger, you would have never done that shit to me. Because it's like, I personally, if I'm falling, I'd rather go down than pull on some girl's hair and then get in a fight. Because I'm not pulling on your $1,000 fucking tracks. I'm not gonna be the one to do that. I know where the fuck I am. I am in one of the black hair capitals of the world. So either you spent your lifetime growing it out, or you spent a lifetime saving it up, because we don't grab hair around here. You don't grab hair to help any, like, it's the stupidest thing. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Because you're always on this dumb shit. All of the fucking time. Always moving too fast, always doing too much, always popping around, and it's fucking draining and it's annoying. And now look, and now I'm in some mess. Now my head fucking hurts because you decided to do however many fucking pounds fall to the ground. Nigga, it was so, y'all, it got me so tight. I was just like, you lost your fucking mind. And yeah, I cussed her out. And I'll do it again because you lost your fucking mind. These are the kind of people that just like, there's always tension. Because I'm not the first person to cuss her out. I'm not the first person in the group to cuss her out at all. Because I'm like, yeah, we want to do too much. This isn't even the first time someone's cussed you out for wanting to do too much. That's nuts. We gotta reflect. There's a certain point in life where it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, think about it. Think about your friend that's always drama. Think about, it's like, something always happens to you. Why does something always happen to you? That is your energy, and that is what you're attracting. I'm gonna be real, nothing happens to me. It's so rare that things happen to me. Things with me happen, I don't want that shit. I don't want that energy. I don't care for it. People don't disrespect me very often. It is so rare, y'all. It is so rare. Because I don't ask for peace constantly. I just want peace. I want an easy life. Some people don't want that. And you need to recognize when some people don't want that. And when you're always gonna have a problem. The thing is, even if it's like you think you're a safe distance from it, even when you think, oh, that's just them, it will always blow back on you. Don't get too close. It will no matter how out the mix you wanna be, it will blow back on you because you're surrounding yourself with someone who likes chaos. And you know it. Because that's the thing, once you peep it and you know it in your spirit, God gonna get it right, I'm gonna show you. And probably the worst one for me is people that are emotionally unavailable. They have a complete lack of empathy, especially for you. People that just cannot see you as a human being, that don't understand what you're going through, don't want to understand what you're going through, when you are going through something, it's never like, never just be there for you in a way of like, I hate that this is happening to you. I hate that this is your reality and you don't deserve this. Because sometimes you just need to hear that. I don't deserve this shit. I'm going through some shit, I don't deserve it. And you want people to feel like that, especially when it's certain things it's like no control over it. I have to carry the weight all on me and no one just recognize it. This is a transition for you, like this is hard for you. And sometimes I honestly felt like when I moved, I felt like it was one of those situations of like, it was a good thing for me and my relationship to move forward, but also it's like, I am moving like entire life, business, like everything. Like I think people just kind of expected me to like pick up and like start my like whole life again. I'm starting from fucking scratch. Like I think that sometimes it's like people see you as a human being when it's like a change that you wanted maybe, but it's a change that happened extremely quickly. And I'm not like, I don't love change, I just accept it. I think that when people see that, they're just like, oh, okay. But it's like, I don't know, I just felt a little unsupported sometimes during my move. I'm in a whole new lifestyle. Everything about my life has changed, everything. People that don't give you any grace are probably like, get out of your life because they don't see you as a human being. They don't see you. And that's something even with men, it's like, if a man just thinks that I'm like this ethereal being, like, thank you, yes. But also, when we get down to it and we're past a certain stage, I just need you to like, me. Like, I want you to love me and I want you to see me. And that's something that me and my cousin were talking about, but being seen by your man, there's nothing that feels better. And I get it. Like, I bet it's really hard for people to go through breakups with people that like, you've been seen by somebody, especially like so many, I know it's y'all, my subscribers. Y'all are beautiful women with good heads on your shoulders and you have so much going for you. And people think that you're just like perfect and you're not. And it's like, I just want you to see me and also be like, your imperfections are cool and I like you and I like that that's just you and I'm accepting. Because when you're around people that accept you, guys, when you're around people that accept the you, the nitty gritty you start to accept yourself. And those are the things that give you your energy back. I'm gonna use this new lip stain. So I'm like, I honestly just want a lip that doesn't look like I'm wearing a lip so that he'll kiss me. Because he doesn't, he's like weird. He's not, I wish he would accept me. Also, people that are emotionally unavailable aren't gonna accept you at your best. They're gonna view you like that. They're gonna view you as, oh, they're so strong, or oh, they can handle everything. But at the same time, it's like they don't really want to see you at your best. Like, they don't want to see you thrive and be in healthy relationships. And they'll be like, oh no, keep them men just. No, you need to be around people that love, respect you, and want to see you the most high. Like, want to see you, like, how good can it get for her? Like, celebrate your wins. Sorry, it's really hard to talk while I'm doing this. When I tell you that something is going wrong in my life, and I get it, because there is an affinity that people get for you when you are vulnerable. That is a side. You have to read through that, because there is a closeness that people will feel with you when your armor is down and when you're being real with people about maybe a situation that resonates with them. That is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about people who find joy to see a chink in your armor. Love to see and believe, like, oh, so you are human. It's like, and I have a friend that comes to mind, my friend Sydney, and she's created a life for herself. And I know just from sometimes, you know, that odd voice message about somebody else, and I'm like, there are people that will not let you shine. They don't like to see you shine, and you've been shining for so long. You know what I mean? These are people that, I know that there's people that can't stand her. I know, and it's not because of her. You do what you say you're gonna do. And that is something that people cannot stand. People hate that. They absolutely hate that. Like, do you think this was shade? I'm like, that was totally shade. This person don't like you. They don't, this is negativity. Say that you can't be friends with somebody who does what they say they're gonna do. At least be real. These are so cute. I really like these. These are the MAYBELLINE. These are really, really cute. Like, just adorable. Like the little stain. So cute. I feel like I want to add more, but I don't know what. Okay, an example of this is like, okay, deep cut. Deep cut, I don't care. I love the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And this season, there's a new woman named Bose, and she's gorgeous. She's fashionable, and she's self-made, and she is just all these things. And her and Dorit, who's been on a while, and she's one of my favorites actually too, became very fast friends almost immediately after meeting one another. And people have this weird discourse about it. They're become fast friends because they don't make each other feel other for being overdressed. Bose will come to Dorit's house in like a floor length with the head scarf, like a face beat to oblivion look, and Dorita's in her looking like me, tank top, just chilling on a, you know, I'm in my house, I got my kids running around type of vibe. But she's you can feel that they are never threatened by one another. They are never with those like, oh, you're overdressed comments. Like that is, I have had to kind of be like stricter about in my life of like, I don't want to be around some girls like, oh, you're overdressed. Like that's so embarrassing to me, like for them, like because it is like being able to have a bond with someone over beauty and glamour. Like yes, it's fun to some people, it's surface, but it's not. Because if I allow you and we allow each other the freedom of show up however, I know you gonna show up, show out. You're going to feel good about yourself, and I'm not gonna other you or make you feel a way about how you're dressed. Is such a sign of a secure woman. So of course they became fast friends. You're secure. Not only are you fabulous, but you're a secure woman. Because I don't know where you're coming from, and I don't care. And I don't care if you just want to wear this for the cameras. I don't care if you just want to wear it to make you feel good. I don't care if you want to wear it because it's new. I don't care why you're wearing it. Stop. If you need the honor of coming in my home dressed, I would feel good about it. I'm like, okay, wow, like comfortable to be yourself. You want to downplay yourself. B, you want to put on for me. Like that's dope. Like I hate when bitches ask me what to wear. I know it sounds so petty, but I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna wear whatever I feel like fucking wearing. And sometimes I just need a picture. Like we can't be about this small shit. Be cool. Like that to me is such a sign of security. Solutions and strategies, you have to set boundaries. No one wants to do it. Everyone wants to talk about it, but no one wants to do it. I get it. I hate setting boundaries. I'm an avoidant person. I much rather never see you again. Setting boundaries is don't wait too long. The second you see something you don't like, call it out. It's the most respectful thing that you can do, really. It's not wasting each other's time being like, hey, like I understand that you might have concerns about my work. And you might have concerns about the projects that I'm taking on. And you might have concerns about how I'm going to spend my time. But I promise, baby, don't you worry about it. I don't need, or just simply say, I don't have room for discouragement right now. Can you respect that? It sounds so rude. I don't take criticism from people that aren't in my industry or aren't in my space or aren't where I would like to be in life, or I don't take criticism from people that don't have experiences. It sounds so bad, and it is, but also it's like to speak on dreams, livelihood, family, anything. Don't listen to single people about relationships. Don't listen to childless people about motherhood. Don't listen to an atheist about your views on God, and vice versa, because I'm not listening. Also, pay attention to the signs. When you get home, on that car ride home, take a minute. Don't just immediately connect your Bluetooth and start blasting Little Baby like I would. Sit there for a second and just start driving and let that, I think it's the left side of your brain, this isn't even the left side of my head, the left side of your brain, just sit in nothing for a moment and check in. Do I feel good? Do I feel insecure? Do I feel well received? Am I worried about what they think about me? Am I thinking about my interactions? Do I feel energized? Do I feel like I can't wait to come home and tell my partner about what we talked about? Or I feel like there's something I want to journal about, or they gave a really good idea, or they just made me feel really good about my outfit and these shoes and I wasn't sure, or just, and those don't have to be things like, oh, this person validated me. It can be a very light sense of like, I feel like I'm also excited for them. Sometimes I come away from a conversation or I might not have much going on and I'm like, excited for them. Like I want to see the next chapter of what they do. Like that's exciting. Glad that they have this movement in their life. Like I prioritize your well-being. You're not responsible for anyone's emotions. Fuck how they feel. You don't like it? I don't care that you don't like it. If I don't think that you're pouring into me and I'm pouring back, we don't need to be, it don't matter how you feel about it. It doesn't matter how you feel. I don't care how you feel. Compromise your mental state. You cannot compromise your emotional health. You cannot compromise any longer. Also, you need to communicate these things. You can't just go up to people and tell them fuck how you feel. You can't just say that. Find a way to communicate things, talk about it with someone else that is a complete third party, and just say what you need to say concisely and from a place of love for them and for yourself. Because it's just, you have to communicate it properly, but also you need to be prepared. They're going to get defensive. They're going to be dismissive. They're not going to see what you see. They're not going, don't go into that conversation thinking that they're going to validate you in any way. They won't. It's okay. You need to go in there knowing I'm saying this for me and you and for the hope of a better relationship. If we cannot get there, if it's not going to be received, that's fine. I'm going to leave it where it's at. And also be able to understand that people have seasons. This might not be their DNA. This is just what they're going through. And that is okay. And you need to give people space for that. That is huge. Give people space for a season, but you need to talk about what is going on. You've never been this negative. You've come with empathy and compassion and understanding. You need to think before you even ask people about what's going on. Think, have they told you something? I not support them at some point, and now there's a retaliation. Take some accountability. Sometimes you have to just cut ties. This is my specialty. I love to cut a tie. I love it. It's so freeing, but it can be avoidant behavior. It's not always the best thing to do, but if you know you need to distance yourself, I just can't right now. I can't. I'm going through something. I'm going through a change. I know that I need my space. I know I need to cleanse my energy. I know that I am rebuilding something. Have empathy for yourself in that, and how much people get to know about that is up to you, but just cut ties. There have been times where I've done it completely wrong. I 100% goes to people like on some shit, like absolutely goes to them. You know what, I'm glad I did. I'm better because of it. I'm better because of it. And I always think, I'm like, there's 7.8 billion people in the world. I can't be hung up on you. I can't waste any more time with you. Gotta go. So put yourself first. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it encouraged you to just reflect on yourself. Are you an energy vampire? Are you working my subscribers? Do I have an energy vampire in my subscribers? I don't think so. But maybe you are, maybe you have been. Maybe we all have been at times, but I think it's just important to take stock of your life. Where you're spending your energy is important, and don't let anyone take it from you. It's the most naive thing that you can do. Your energy is so sacred. You can always make more, but don't let people take it from you. If you guys enjoyed, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. If you like me, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more of me, you can always check me out on Instagram and TikTok at yvannagilliam, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!